financial plan is a comprehensive analysis of your financial situation. It's going to include actionable recommendations for you to achieve your future goals. And so it addresses things like your current net worth, your cash surplus or deficit, your timeline for achieving your goals, and your risk tolerance. And it's going to provide recommendations taking all of those different factors into consideration. You can't know what you don't know. So understanding and managing your cash flow is a hallmark in the financial services industry. The money coming into and out of your possession needs to be tracked so that you can see what your saving and spending rates are. And so we'll look at those saving and spending rates, and we'll make assumptions such as your portfolio growth rate and inflation over time. And we use that to make projections about where your financial situation could be in the future. Based on those projections, you would make changes to your current habits to increase the likelihood of success in the future. And what the software allows us to do is look at your current goals and to model the long-term effects of financial decisions that you may want to make.
Here we have a sample client. This is the projection of the longevity of their liquid assets, as you can see, their lifetime portfolio value, based on their current net worth, income and expense figures, as well as their savings and contribution rates that we've input to the system. And this is the current reality based on those projections. So looking at the plan, we can say a few things about this client. First, if you look to the left, we can say, providing for their grandkids' education is important. They'd like to gift some money to their children for education over the next 10 years. We can also say that they might be weary of how long their portfolio is going to last given the current projections. The two plan changes below, downsizing their home as well as reducing their retirement spending, are plan changes that we would expect to have a positive contribution to the overall longevity of their assets. If we toggle on this change from the base facts to show the effect of gifting $20,000 a year for 10 years, you can see that their funding is now reduced by 2 years, and the total value lost on their liquid portfolio is approximately $1.5 million. Conversely, if we look at the effect of potentially downsizing their home at age 65, this will have a positive effect on the portfolio. They'll gain 6 years of funding and almost $3.5 million in their lifetime portfolio value. And finally, if we look at reducing their retirement spending from $210,000 per year to $190,000 per year, we'll also see a positive effect on their lifetime portfolio value. They'll gain 6 years of funding and almost $4 million. We can look at these changes concurrently, so if they reduce their retirement spending and gifted to their grandchildren for education, you can see the combined change in their lifetime portfolio value. These are changes that a client can bring to us, or we can bring to a client to increase the longevity of their liquid assets over time. However, there are things that happen, and we know this in the environment, that we can't control. So maybe an inflation rate is higher than we've expected or projected over the next 10 to 20 years, and we'd like to see what the change is on the portfolio over that time. So what if scenarios, which are down below, are scenarios that are out of the client's control. And so we can use this section to stress test the plan and show different changes that might not be foreseeable. If I toggle this on, we're going to change the assumption that inflation will rise at 3% annually per year to 5%. So we have a 2% growth rate in inflation. And we'll see that there is a negative effect on the portfolio due to increased expenses due to inflation and a reduced lasting power of your portfolio assets. As you can see, it's really important to have good assumptions when we create the plan, because the plan is only as good as the assumptions used to build it. The power of this tool is really great. We can show a multitude of different plan changes brought forth by both the advisor and the client. So you can see that the financial planning process is really variable and flexible based on the client and their future goals and their wishes.
Financial planning is largely associated with large life changes, such as purchasing a home or retiring. But the reality is that financial planning needs to be done at every stage of life. Your financial plan isn't to make you feel limited financially. It's there to provide more clarity so that you can worry less knowing that your expenses and your saving goals are being met. This document lives and breathes as you do. So as life changes occur, it's going to be important to go back to your financial plan and update it. The plan is only as good as the data used to build it, and so having accurate data is very, very important. The planning software allows us to do planning at every stage of life, whether it's education planning, retirement planning, business succession or development, or estate planning. So now, ask yourself, if you've had a financial plan done, how long has it been since it's been updated? And if you haven't had a financial plan created before, what are you waiting for? There's never a bad time to get control of your finances.